So, Moses in Exodus is a very complex character. Is he a rebel, a general, a lunatic, the chosen one? How would you describe him? How do you feel about him?
Certainly a rebel, revolutionary. We have him being a general in the army. He's second only really to Ramesses, who will become a living god. So has incredible indulgences and everything at his disposal. A life of extreme entitlement, and then, something that troubles him. And then we see on this film he goes on a journey of a purification of sorts. He loses everything. He becomes a family man, and then he has a vision of God, and is compelled by God to liberate his people, which becomes obviously the famous Exodus and the salvation of the Hebrew slaves.
And as the Batman in Nolan's movie, Moses is in the middle of an identity crisis. Is that what you're searching for as an actor, the borderline aspects of the characters you play?
No, not searching for that. I mean, I think that to varying degrees, everyone is having some sort of an identity crisis. If you have a brain, then you are going to consider yourself and your place in the world, and you know, your life changes. So everyone's going through that to some degree. I don't seek it out, though. When I get asked, you know, about sort of plans for films, in honesty, I've never been in such a position where I'm able to plan and find a specific role that I love that much. And from my point of view, I always look just to be a piece of the puzzle in a larger good. You know, the hope is always to end up being in a good film rather than playing a fascinating character, but in a film that is somewhat disappointing.
And were you surprised by Ridley Scott's vision about this of this very famous part of the Bible?
I think Ridley was surprised as well by the biblical text, by how very fascinating and complex Moses is, and then Ridley had a very interesting approach to the various plagues.
Very modern.
And the miracles. It seemed to us to be a very relevant story. You could say because of an awful lot that's still happening nowadays in the world, and revolution and religious turmoil, but primarily because it's a wonderful human story, and that's why it's been so powerful throughout so many years.
And it questions us about how we live together today, about democracy, about freedom, weather issues. What kind of a movie is it for you?
It's a film which works on a number of levels. One can be absolutely pure spectacle. It's an epic. There are scenes just that are staggering in their size and scope. And exciting, but like any good film, it's first and foremost entertaining. But then there is an awful lot to be considered within that, and you know, we hope that it will provoke interesting conversation.
It's not a basic entertainment; it's deeper and deeper.
I think that any good entertainment always has that
The questions,
underlying deeper theme, which you can ignore if you wish, or you can consider.
And yesterday at the press conference, you talked about the life of Brian.
Right.
Can you, for the finish, whistle "Always Look on the Bright Side of the Life"?
If you join me.
Okay.
Just whistle it.
Yes, just whistle.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly.